Hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Miss Crocheting Coffee here, and today we are doing our premiere. Yes! So if you're new to the channel and you don't know what a premiere is, I'm just adjusting you here real quick because I didn't have time to adjust before I started because I am never ready. A premiere is where I pre-record a video, so I can't see what you're saying over there. But don't worry, I'm over there with you. I'm going to be typing in chat with you and responding to you there versus here. That way, whenever people go to watch this back, or if I'm talking and telling a story, I don't get interrupted. As you guys already know, I am still recovering from my gallbladder removal surgery and my umbilical cord hernia surgery. I am doing fine, child. Don't even worry about Miss Coffee. Y'all know Miss Coffee. It takes more than that to get Miss Coffee down. I done had COVID. I done got surgery, and y'all, I'm still here in your face. What now? There are so many people that are like, Miss Coffee, just stop making videos. Stop. Nah, don't stop the greatness, okay? You cannot stop all this greatness, okay? It takes more than that to get Miss Coffee down. Now, if Mr. Coffee got sick, look, listen, y'all would never see me again. But me, myself, no. Why do we always take care of everybody else better than we take care of ourselves? This is a lesson I'm learning this week. You can't, it's the Ella lesson. And again, I don't know where Ella is. I know, we all miss her. I don't know where she is. I'm just saying she just had the best phrase of take care of yourself so you can take care of others. But for some reason, we never follow that golden rule, and we take care of everybody else better than we take care of ourselves. Now, don't worry. I am still following doctor's orders. And I am resting. As you can see, I'm still on the couch. I'm in my Snuggie. Thank you, Susan Hill. And I am just chilling out. Now, I will be diamond painting. I'm sorry, I'm not diamond painting. I haven't diamond painted in a month. But I will be crocheting. I can't show you what it is. It is for Happily Hooked magazine. So if you are curious as to what it is, you will find out next month when I post it online. But for right now, I can't tell you what it is. So if you see me looking down, that's what I'm looking at. Happily Hooked magazine is a magazine I do pattern testing for. So, yeah. So, how are you guys doing? Everybody doing good? Y'all doing good over there? Everybody doing good? All right. So, we're going to chit-chat for the length of the time that I usually would go live. And, yeah, we're just going to have a good time like we did last week. We're just going to chill and hang out. It's kind of like a second whip in chat for those folks that are watching back. And you're not missing anything in chat because you can just go over there and, like, you know, do your thing. So, with that said, y'all, it has been a week. I don't even know where to start, so I'm just going to start. And these are going to be stories everywhere, just coming out of everywhere, okay? So, I had to make doctor's appointments this morning. What is it about being an adult that makes you not want to make doctor's appointment? And what age do you start going, I can make my doctor's appointment. It's not a big deal. And you stop going, I need my mama and daddy to make my doctor's appointment. Because look, listen, Mr. Coffee hasn't hit that age yet where I don't mind making doctor's appointments. Mr. Coffee hasn't hit that age yet, y'all. Like, he has not hit that age. And he was talking to me about, because we have to go get our eyes examined because, look, listen, I take COVID very seriously. Now, we've already had COVID in my house. Like, me and my daughter have already had COVID, okay? So, I ain't messing around with COVID, okay? And so, after that, our appointments for our eye exams got delayed by 2 years. Yeah, I said it. 2 years because of COVID. Not because they didn't want to see us, because I wasn't going out there. Because where I live, the people around here don't think the panoramic exists. It's just like it just went away. It just doesn't exist here in North Dakota, apparently in the part that I live in. And there is nothing more frustrating to me than people that try to pretend like this panoramic does not exist. They're not wearing masks. They're not social distancing. Get the hell out of my face. And so I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going out there. No, I have to literally be in somebody's face this close so he can examine my eyes. My hot breath? No, thank you. I'll keep it to myself. So we didn't go to the eye appointments for 2 years. Well, the eye place here is like Italian gangsters for the 1920s, okay? They got like Tommy guns and stuff. And when you miss an appointment, they'll call and be like, hey, you missed an appointment. We're just calling to see if you would like to reschedule. All right, bet. If you don't respond to that phone call or you don't answer it, they'll call you again in like a couple of months. Then they'll email you. Then they'll text you. And this is over the course of a year, okay? So it's not like they do it back to back to back. It's over the course of a year. And then they'll call you again with like this eerie message. Now take it. It's been 2 years and I get a phone call and they're like, "You missed your eye exam. It's time to reschedule." Okay, I'm sorry. Shoot. Jesus. Okay, like it's just the eerie tone of the person that pre-recorded that message. I feared for my life, okay? I was a little fearful for my life. Also, in this premiere, you're going to see me vaping. No, I don't want your opinion on it. I have my own opinion, but thank you for having an opinion. You're going to hear the dogs' their collars jingling in the background. You might hear them boofing or something. The ferrets are out, but I think they're sleeping underneath the couch right now. Don't worry, they're fine. We always put the recliners up so that when they sleep underneath the couch, we don't have to worry about putting the recliners up and down. Plus, they sleep in the middle, and there's no recliner there. They essentially have ripped the lining underneath the couch out, and now that's where they sleep when they're outside of the cage. And they'll be outside of the cage for the next, like, 4 or 5 hours, so they're fine. They'll wake up eventually, and I'll show you the ferrets when we're done or something. I'll show you the dogs, too. Anyways, so yeah, you're going to hear me vaping, and I'm going to try to get a video of Mr. Coffee playing the didgeridoo, because I know that's one of the things you guys miss about live is that you don't get to hear Mr. Coffee play the didgeridoo. You also don't get to hear Maggie sing happy birthday. So to anyone who's celebrating a birthday this week or past weeks while we've been out, happy birthday. If I can, I will try to get a video of Maggie singing happy birthday for you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear
Everyone.
everyone. Happy birthday to
And I will also try, but I say try because Mr. Coffee gets home hella late, y'all. And I tried to get it to him to do it last night, and he got called back into work. I was so pissed. Anyway, going back to making the appointments. So I finally decide, okay, it's time to make the appointments. But Mr. Coffee's like, look, listen, now Mr. Coffee is mentally shot, okay? Because between his daughter and his wife getting COVID, and then me having to have the surgery, and then him having to be off work, and bills don't care what happens to you, okay? Bills are like, F your feelings, where's my money? Like, where's my money? Like, your rent does not care if I was in a hospital. Rent does not care if I had COVID. Rent does not care that my husband had to be off for 10 days and then had to be off for another 5 days for my surgery. Rent does not care. Your electric bill is not like, oh, you had COVID? All right, we'll skip a month. No, they don't care. They're gangsters out here. They want their money. They pimps. The pimps that take and pay, that you pay your bills to, want your money, they don't care about nothing, okay? Your leg could fall off in the middle of trying to pay them, and they'd be like, oh, that sucks. Where my money? Like, they is pimps out here in these crafty streets, okay? So, Mr. Coffee is stressed, okay? He is not blessed. He is stressed. He's also blessed, but he's more stressed than blessed right now, apparently. And so I decided I'm going to do something nice for him, because I did something nice for him, if you guys remember, after me and Maggie recovered from COVID and we thought everything was all done and said and over with. I bought him a new pair of headphones for his phone because his headphones were so caked with oil and grease and grossness that they stopped working properly. So I bought him a new set of headphones and he was so excited, and he's like, oh my God, they just sound better and all of this. He was so excited. So this time I was like, okay, let's buy him another gift. And he's like, please stop getting sick. Where I like the gifts, please stop. I'm like, oh yes, because I totally planned for this. I planned to have my gallbladder try to burst out of my body. Like, I planned for this. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, what can I get him? Now, Mr. Coffee has been wanting one of those Yeti bottles, okay? And take it, money is tight right now. I'm talking about tighter than spandex, like tight, okay? And so I'm like, what can I get him that's not hella expensive? Because those headphones were a little expensive. Because if you have Apple devices, look, listen. Team Samsung. What are you over in the comment section? Hashtag Team iPhone. Hashtag Team Samsung. I'm Team Samsung. And I'm sorry. Don't do Samsung. Do Android. So we have iPhone versus Android. I hate iPhone. I cannot stand iPhone. I said what I said, and I said it with my whole chest. Fight me for it. I don't like iPhone. I have an Apple tablet, which I now have to have replaced. I've only had this tablet for 2 years, maybe? And the screen is starting to go out. So you guys already know I do digital art, which I want to start a digital art channel, like a completely different channel, like off of Miss Crochet and Coffee's art this channel, because YouTube hates this channel, okay? YouTube is like, you're doing the most, chick. I know you say crafting, but we didn't think you would do all the crafting. Crafting to me is like the medical field for my dad. My grandma told my dad he can be anything. He decided to be all the things in the medical field. People told me that I could craft. I decided to do all the crafting, okay? So I'm just like, yeah, YouTube hates this channel because they don't know how to market it to people out there in the crafty streets. They're like, okay, it's crafting. Okay, today she's diamond painting. Okay, today she's adult coloring. Okay, today she's drawing. Okay, today she's doing bling bling bear. Okay, today she's doing this. YouTube hates this channel. So I would have to start a whole new channel just for my drawing. And because I'm new, I wouldn't have any tutorials or anything, because look at me trying to show somebody how to do something. I can't even draw a straight line. Anyways, so I'm like, what can I buy him that's not hella expensive? Now, Mr. Coffee has this jug of tea that he's always drinking because Mr. Coffee has hypoglycemia. It's the reverse of diabetes, okay? He doesn't have the beatus. He has the opposite. So, and I don't know really how to explain that. I think it's like he makes too much insulin or something, and like he needs sugar constantly, which that will like tear up your mouth because you end up getting what is it? You end up getting like a disease in your teeth that make them really soft, and then they break out really easily. So on top of everything else, we have to get like a $10,000 surgery for Mr. Coffee to help fix his grill because he's not happy with it, which I understand. We'll eventually get him there. But he's always drinking this tea, okay? And don't make mention of Mr. Coffee's tea. He's very self-conscious about it, so we're just not gonna. Anyways, but he's always drinking this tea, and he always has to buy tea jugs. And he's like, well, if I had an actual real thermos, I wouldn't have to keep buying the tea jugs. Because the tea jugs are like $4 or $5 a piece, okay? So I'm like, maybe I can buy him a new jug. Now, he bought a jug for himself a while ago, but he decided to go the cheap route. And the jug, the opening for the mouth part is like this big. So when he goes to try to take a drink, like all this stuff is splashing him in the face. And he's been complaining about this dang jug for like the last 3 months. And I'm like, why would you buy it? Like, why wouldn't you just buy a good mug? My thing is, if you're going to buy something, don't go cheap, okay? Because it's never going to work out for you. Don't go cheap. Like, you wouldn't go into the doctor's office and go, let me get the generic version of a heart transplant. They put a potato in your chest. No, you wouldn't go that version. So, like, if you're going to buy something like a water jug or something, buy it to last. Now, I'm not saying go buy the most expensive thing on the market, because not even those things last forever, okay? Even when it comes to clothes. I don't buy a whole lot of Walmart clothes. Ain't nothing against Walmart clothes. I don't buy a whole lot of them because they don't last long. Old Navy is where I like to go because they always got sales. $5 jeans? Y'all, look, listen. These kids growing like weeds, okay? I gotta save my coin, okay? I ain't trying to buy them clothes every weekend. And the next time I have to buy Maggie clothes, I'm gonna lose my okay? Because she's already showing signs that she's having another growth spurt. And I'm like, we gonna fight. We had to reschedule her appointment for her epilepsy, her neurology appointment, because it was the same day as my appointment. And Mr. Coffee just had all those days off to take another 2 days off. So he was like, oh my God, we can't. I'm like, I can't sit in a car for 5.5 hours one way. No. So we rescheduled her neurology appointment for February. So in February, you guys will probably get another vlog of us going to Montana to get Maggie checked out and then coming back home. So anyways, y'all remind me to do a vlog for that because I'll freaking forget. Anyways, but I want to slow down on this channel. Where am I going with that? I will hang on to that thought. I'm not leaving you. Just hang on to that thought, okay? Anyways, so I'm like, okay, what can I get this man to say thank you? Well, I haven't even started like thing. And here's the pregnancy test that everybody keeps thinking is a pregnancy test. That is not a pregnancy test. It is a crochet hook, okay? Jeez, so everybody kept telling me it looks like a pregnancy test. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm gonna get him. My neighbor guys over here across the street, which I live around a bunch of oil-filled people. So, like, there's just big, burly, oil-filled men as far as the eye can see in my complex. And so, because this used to be owned by an oil-filled company, and then they opened it up to the public. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, oh, okay, I got it. One of the guys across the street from me had this water jug and had a handle on it. I'm like, oh, that would be perfect. So I was like, excuse me, sir. Whenever I talk to these guys, I talk like a child for some reason. My mind, I don't know why it does this, but my mind goes, talk like a child so you seem less scary. I don't know why I look so intimidating all the time. I'm not trying to. Just the way my face is set up. Look, listen. Resting bitch face all day, okay? I don't know why. Like, I'm usually a pretty happy person, especially when I'm home and I don't have to be anywhere. But for some, like, my hair is puffy. But for some reason, when I go out in these crafty streets, look, listen, my octave comes down like 30 tones, okay? So I was like, excuse me, sir. Could you tell me where you got that? And he's like, oh, my water jug? I'm like, yes, sir. I want to get one for my husband, but I don't know where to get one. He goes, oh, it's a Yeti, which is it's a popular brand here in the USA. Yeti is a very, like, luxury item because it's hella expensive. So I was like, oh, it's a Yeti. Okay, I know what that is. I can probably find it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. He's like, you're welcome. He goes, where's your dogs? I'm like, oh, they're at the door. I seen him and I like ran out and I left the door open. And both dogs are sitting at the door like they ASPCA animals. And I'm like, they're at the door. And he's like, they don't run out. No, why would they run out? This is where they live. This is where my dogs are just as lazy as I am, and they just as happy to be home, okay? This is where their food is. If I open that door and leave it open, unless I go, Daisy, I need help, they're not leaving that door, okay? You can leave that door open all day. Dogs and cats and llamas could walk by, and they'd just be like, look at them. My dogs will not leave this house, but they will judge you harshly from that doorway, okay? They're just, look at this girl. Why she wearing that? Knowing that don't even go together. That is last season shoes. They will judge you hard from that doorway. But they ain't leaving out that doorway. They're not going out there. They're not going to run out there. I even got trapped in the dog park yesterday. I'll tell you that story too. We got plenty of time. Buckle up. Get your drink. Get your snack. If you haven't already got it, just let you know now. We're going to be here a while. So anyways. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay. So I go on the Yeti website and I go ahead and order him one. Now, this was supposed to be an anniversary gift / birthday gift because if you didn't know, my wedding anniversary is coming up this month on the 26th. We would have been married. We will be married. We'll have been married like I'm getting divorced or some shit. We will be married 12 years this year. So I was like, on our 13-year anniversary, I want to get the number 13 tattooed on me because look, listen, neither one of us thought we would make it this far. It did not start off good. It took many years to get this good. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, I'm going to order this, but I'm going to wait until our anniversary to give it to him. But then he comes in the other night with that lamp, which if you missed it, I have this really cool moon lamp. And it changes colors, and it goes with your music, and it's soothing, and it has a dimmer on. Y'all, and somebody was like, Miss Coffee, where did he get it? I don't know. Do you ask people where they bought your gift from? That's rude. I don't ask people where I bought my gift from. Like, if you bought me a gift, I'm not going to sit there and be like, ooh, where'd you get that? Where did they get it? The stove. I don't know. I didn't ask him where he got it. I'm going to guess maybe Amazon, because I don't know any place in town that would sell anything like that. I don't know. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right. So I order it and you know how like shipping is supposed to be like really bad right now and it's taking forever for stuff to get here. Why is it that everything I've ordered for this man for our anniversary and his birthday are coming in this week? I ordered them last week. Me and Mr. Coffee suck at giving gifts, okay? And when I say this, I don't mean just like he sucks at getting me gifts. Like I've said that before. He does. He sucks at giving me gifts. Lately, he's been getting better. But for the longest time, don't ask that man to get you a gift. Just get it for yourself and be like, look what you got me. And there was times where he would just be like, what did I get you? Because I would just buy myself something because he sucks at it, okay? It's a hot mess, y'all. I was like, this man don't love me. He can't even take the time to think of a gift for me. No, it's just genuinely some men suck at giving gifts, okay? And you will break your own heart if you sit there and try to analyze why they suck at it. Oh, he hates me. He doesn't love me. He can't even think. No, don't do that to yourself, honey. Think about your mental health. Take care of you, boo-boo. Buy your own gift and go, look what you got me. Thank you. How about you wrap up your wallet for me and give it to me for a day? Like, how about that? Now, don't let that be a Friday. Don't trick your spouse into giving you that damn wallet on a Friday knowing Diamond Art Club got new releases out and you was not marked as safe, okay? This week I marked as safe because I got the one kid that I wanted as a sneak peek. I'm just saying, like, oh my God. So I was like, okay. Well, it came in the other day, and he came home, and the whole front of his shirt was soaked. And I'm like, did you see like a hot chick outside or something? What? Did you drool on yourself? Like, why is your whole shirt wet? I'm like, you out here trying to do like calendars for the firefighter or something? And he's like, no, that damn water bottle when I was backing up spilled water all over me when I was drinking. And I was like, well, why are you drinking from that giant water bottle while you're trying to back up your truck? Like, I don't get it. So I was like, okay, I'm not going to wait until our anniversary. I'm just going to give it to him. We suck at giving gifts because we can't wait to give each other the gift. Like, the gift will come in and we'll be like, here, take this gift. We're impatient people. And when we buy stuff, we buy it for now. Like, we try to wait last minute, and this is why. But the moment you wait last minute is the moment it's late. So I'm just like, no, I'm just going to give it to him now. So I went ahead and let him open it, and he's so excited about it. And I got him an extra top. So the one top has a magnet on it that sticks to the bottle whenever you're not using the top so that you don't lose the top. And then the other one is just a normal, like, screw-on cap. But it has a handle. So he has two really cool tops and a new Yeti mug, which I'm probably going to get him another one because that way he can keep one at work and keep one here. So there was that this week. But I told him, you know, because he's like, if you make the doctor's appointment for the eye exams, please make it a little further out. Because I just took so much time off work in the last month, I really don't want to keep taking time off for stuff. And I'm like, all right, bet. So I called the eye exam place today, and they're like, hey, you guys are finally coming back. I'm like, look, listen, COVID's outside. I wasn't trying to come outside. I didn't even want my kids outside. I still don't want my kids outside because people around here nasty, okay? They nasty. They don't take care of themselves. So I'm like, still don't want my kids outside. But I got to stop being stuck up and let my kids go outside. So it's just like, all right, bet. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. When do I ever get anything done? Y'all over here judging me. Don't judge me. Miss Coffee, you still ain't pick up that crochet hook? Stop judging me. I don't appreciate it. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, all right. So we give him the Yeti mug, and he's all excited. The problem is, I also ordered him all new shirts. So Mr. Coffee is stocky. If you don't know what that means, he's big-chested. Mr. Coffee is shaped like his torso is a square. Okay, where most people's torso is like an oval shape or maybe like a Coke bottle shape. Mr. Coffee is a square. He's a flipping square. If you watch this man just put his arms down while he's talking or something, he is straight up a square. Okay, so I'm like noticing that all of his shirts right here are busting out because when he's working, the shirts have gotten too small. So he's working, and when he's moving his arms, the friction of his arms moving and everything else, he's getting the holes right here in his shirt. Now, I understand that men work hard at work doing like manual labor and stuff, but I'm pretty sure it shouldn't look like your armpit is trying to eat people. And I'm just like, what's up with your shirt? Now, he has 4 shirts like this. He still wears them. I won't wear a pair of socks that has a hole in it, and nobody's seeing the socks. Just like Maggie was throwing a fit the other day because she couldn't find the matching, or she couldn't find the one sock she wanted with the unicorns on it. I think she got them from Anxiety Art Adventures, and it has like a unicorn on it with little fur on the back of it. She was mad because she couldn't find the other one. And I'm like, who is looking at your socks under your pants? What do you care what your socks look like? They're under your pants. The things your children will make fuss about. Anyways, we'll get on to the kids later. So I'm like, all right, Mr. Coffee needs new work shirts. Now, I bought him some Ariat work shirts not too long ago. I hear a ferret. I bought him some Ariat work shirts not too long ago. Now, if you don't know what Ariat is another expensive brand. But it's his favorite. And they freaking last forever, okay? You pay the expensive brand price, but they last forever. I can honestly say it's actually worth the money. So I was just like, not when he was out in the field. When he was working out in the field and he would go through pants like every 4 months. No, F that. That's too much. One pair of those pants is $85. Nope. Miss Coffee is cheap, okay? But I'm cheap to an extent. When it comes to, say, like the kids getting clothes or Mr. Coffee getting clothes for work, I'm not cheap. When it comes to me getting clothes, look, if I can't get it from Walmart, I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm starting to get into that bougie way of thinking, though, because for my birthday, I got a gift card to a department store I had never heard of before, and I bought myself a pair of Uggs. And then I bought myself another pair of Uggs. And then I bought myself a pair of Vans. I need more Vans. It's the ferret. Hold, please. All right. Seems like we have a friend. Hello, Gumball. Hello. So for those of you who don't know, yes, we have ferrets. No, they don't stink. Their cage stinks. They don't stink. So he's going to come chill with us for a little bit. He's going to be sheepy. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I was like, okay, he needs new work shirts. I'm going to go find him new work shirts. Now, like I said, when it comes to buying stuff for myself, I'm cheap. When it comes to buying stuff for the kids or Mr. Coffee, nay, nay. For those folks that want to see Killian, hi, Killian. Again, my dogs, they will judge you. They will judge you. It's okay, buddy. Hi. You gonna say hi to the peoples? Say hi to the peoples. Someone's tired. So, I won't purchase anything for myself that's expensive. Not unless I get a gift card or something. So, I'm sitting there, and I'm like, all right. That's Ruby Q's messaging me. I was like, all right. I'm going to find him some work shirts. So, I go on the Ariat website, and they have... The first thing I do when I go on a website, go to the sales section. Always go to the sales section. And I'm glad that I did. Because here in North Dakota, we've had our 20 minutes of fall, and it's starting to become winter. Which means it's time for the animals to start shedding. It's time for, like, it's just time for cold weather to start setting in. Which it has. It's been pretty chilly in the mornings. So I'm just like, all right. Sorry, he's climbing on me. If you want to say hi to the people, he's trying to jump up at the phone. And I'm just like, see, look, you can see yourself. So I'm just kind of, looking around the sale section. And I'm like, okay, what can I get Mr. Coffee? Well, because winter is coming. Nope, you're not biting my foot this time. Because winter is coming. Hold on. Good gravy. With winter coming, I'm like, what's going to be on sale? Short sleeve shirts. Now, Mr. Coffee works in a building. He doesn't work in the field anymore. So it's not like he needs long sleeve shirts. But the shirts I previously bought him that were Ariat were long sleeve. So I bought him 3 Ariat long sleeve shirts. And they're still holding in there after a year. So I was like, hell yes. So I was like, let me go see what they have for short sleeve shirts. Y'all. $45 a shirt. What the flip? I was like, listen. The way my bank account is set up, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Where the goddamn sales section at? Went right over to the sales section. Boom. $26 a shirt. Thank you. Short sleeve shirts. They have like the double insulated armpits so you don't smell and they don't tear. And I'm like, sold. So I went ahead and purchased him 6 shirts. That way he has one for every day of the week. And if he gets called in a day. So, like, he has enough. Next is going to be buying him all new pants. Now, I don't think he really needs them right now, but eventually he'll need new pants. Will they be Ariat? Hell no. I ain't paying $85 for a pair of pants. $85, 85 times 5. Y'all do the math. I can't math. Y'all do the math. That's a lot. Just know that. It's a lot. So I'm just like, no, I don't want to. So I'm like, I'm just going to get him some shirts. So I got him some shirts. Well, then the other day, enjoying the ferret shenanigans. This is what happens behind the scenes, y'all. This is the stuff that y'all don't see while I'm like recording and stuff. Like, let me see if I can. We're gonna go on a little field trip here. I'm gonna probably make. Gumball, you good? Sorry, I have my charger in. Killian's just sitting there chilling. There's Gumball. For those folks that are wondering how the ferrets do with the dogs, I hear another ferret coming. Bye, Gumball. So, this is in the house. The stuff that you guys don't see. When you're just sitting here on the couch and shoes magically just disappear. I'm trying to see if I can get Anais to come over and say hi. Anyways, so I went ahead and purchased him some shirts, and that's supposed to be his anniversary gift. Well, then the next day, I'm learning that it's getting easier to buy Mr. Coffee gifts because he complains a lot. Like, he complains an awful lot about things. So he's sitting here the other day, and Mr. Coffee has a PS5. I magically found it around Christmas time last year. And one of he because he plays so much when he plays like after he gets home from work, when the kids go to bed, he plays from then until like what, 9 o'clock until 1 a.m. Because he plays such hardcore, the controllers are going out. And he was saying about the one controller going out, and I was like, ooh, look, birthday gift. Because our birthday is the 26th of October. But then his birthday is the 5th of November. So if you've ever seen my arm, which would be my left arm, on my left arm, I have a tattoo of Guy Fawkes, the mask that he wears. And so that's for Mr. Coffee. Remember the 5th of November. It's Mr. Coffee's birthday. Of course it is. If you know Mr. Coffee, like if you personally know Mr. Coffee, it makes sense. But I was like, oh, well, I can get him the controller for his birthday. Look at me being set. Look, like I said, money has been tight lately. And the bank's out here out of pocket trying to do stuff that's shady as shit. And I'm going to explain that to you here in a few seconds. But I'm sitting there and I go, let me buy this stuff now while I have the money before something happens where I won't have the money. Because again, money is tight. I'm sitting there minding my own crafty business. So he's got the thermos. He's got the shirts. He's got the game controller. That's enough for him. He don't need nothing else. I don't care what else he complains. He can complain about his toe falling off and I'll be like, put it in milk. So I'm sitting here and then like the next day, Mr. Coffee comes in and he goes, my card got declined. What do you mean your card got declined? Why would your card get declined? And he goes, I don't know. Something going on with the bank account? It shouldn't be. So I go check the bank account. Now we have two different bank accounts. We have one that we pay bills with. And then we have one that we do like our checking, a savings, and then like vet bills. Literally, it's like savings for vet bills. We have 4 animals. And ferrets are hella expensive if you didn't know. So yeah, my first appointment for the ferrets to get a checkup was $165. So I'm sitting there. Gumball. Gumball. There's a litter box right here in the corner. And he won't let her go to the bathroom. They're fighting behind the couch. But I'm sitting there and I'm like, let me check the bank account. So I check the bank account. And I am very meticulous. And Miss Coffee don't math. But look, listen, let me tell you something right now. I don't math. But you put a $sign in front of it, don't play with me. Don't play with me. I can math you all motherfucking day. Do not play with me. So I'm sitting there. And I'm like, okay, all right. What happened to the bank account? Now, I put money from my stuff into that bank account. And then his paycheck goes into that bank account. And then whatever left over, we split it in half. Half of it will stay in that account. The other half will go into the other account that we use. But for some reason, the account was overdrawn. And I'm like, oh, hell no. We ain't got this going on. Again, Miss Coffee is raw and real. And y'all about to get all the tea, okay? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, what the hell happened? And I'm thinking, okay, I put 7 deposits in, plus his check. We shouldn't be overdrawn. We should still have a couple $100 left in there. I call the bank the next day, and I, like, first thing the next day, because the bank is a bank that I've had since I was 16 years old. So I've had this bank for 11 years, okay? No, I lied. 16, 20, 21 years? God, I'm old. Anyways, that realization, when it hits you hard in the gut. And I had surgery in the gut, so it hurts. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, and I'm like, okay. I call the bank, and I'm like, hey, I need to go over my ledger with you because something ain't adding up. Y'all doing something, okay? Now, these banks be out here trying to take your money, and let me explain to you how they do it, okay? So I made 7 deposits, and so on top of the bank account in Pennsylvania, we also have a bank account here. He has a Cash App card. I have a Cash App card. I also have a PayPal business account, which is what I use to pay for all my, like, diamond paintings and such. So I'm sitting there, and I'm like, my account should still have this amount of money in it. And they're like, well, let's go through and see what your transactions are. So I go, this transaction, this deposit, this transaction, this deposit, this transaction, this deposit. And they're like, looks like you're missing a deposit. Well, that's funny because I actually paid to have it instantly deposited from my Cash App over to my bank account. Like, it's instantaneous. So the moment I make it and it takes it out of my Cash App, it puts it into my bank account. But for some reason, magically, the other 6 deposits went in just fine. That 7th one didn't. It overdrew the account. And I'm like, that's something ain't right here. Then they, of course, charge you a fee because how dare you not have the money to pay your bills? Nay. I had the money. What did y'all do to it? What did y'all do to my money? Come to find out, what they did was they took and they put in those 6 deposits, but then they held that 7th one. And I go, why are you holding a deposit? And they're like, the guy was like telling me that he wasn't. I'm like, actually you are, because I can see it in my pending. Why is the bank holding my deposit? He couldn't give me an answer. He couldn't tell me. And I'm like, okay, so what we're going to do is take off the overdraft fee, because if you would have let that deposit go through, it would have covered it and left money in the account. But because you didn't and you're holding it, now the other deposits were smaller deposits. This was a larger deposit. And I'm just like, because you didn't let that money go through, it automatically overdrew my account. They tried to put the deposit in 3 days later. No. Not only are you going to take the overdraft charge off, you're going to pay me back the money I spent to make that an instant deposit, and y'all didn't make it instant. And you best believe they gave me back all $2.50 of the instant charge fee, because I am not having it. I do not play with my money. That is one thing you do not play with. Play with your mama, not me. Okay? I don't play with my money. So we got that straightened out, thank God. So it's all good in the hood there. So now, like, everything's good. And surprisingly, we did pretty well. I did sell some cups independently, meaning I didn't put them up on Etsy. If people come up and ask me to make them a cup, I will, put up a reserve listing and stuff like that. I did have a couple of those sales. Actually, I had quite a few of those sales. So the money I made from that, I used to pay bills. So I'm like, all right, bet, we good, we straight, we good, we're golden. And Mr. Coffee goes, well, you're buying all this stuff for me. What do you want for our anniversary? Look, y'all, I've already told you this numerous times. Miss Coffee is not a materialistic person. I can be, but I'm not. Not usually. When I get gifts, little stupid things excite me. Like candy, Haribo gummy bears, wafers, vanilla wafers, banana wafers. I love wafers. Sweatpants. You can never go wrong with sweatpants with Miss Coffee, because I wear sweatpants 24/7. I don't care if it's 92 degrees outside. I have on sweatpants. Matter of fact, earlier this week, I had on my black sweatpants. It was 92 degrees outside. I don't care. Sweatpants are an everyday thing for me, okay? So I'm just like, sweatpants are always a go-to. I'm never going to turn down sweatpants. A heated blanket, because my heated blanket went out. I had my heated blanket for 3 years, which is kind of weird because Minna, which if you don't know and you're new to my channel, hey, I'm Miss Coffee. This is my face. Minna is my oldest child. She's my 15-year-old. Minna had a heated blanket, but I've ended up buying her 2 after I bought hers because apparently hers stopped working. And I'm like, what the hell are you doing to these blankets? Are you eating them? Like, I swear, teenagers, I can't. So I'm just like, well, what the hell's going on with the blanket now? So I'm like, all right, whatever. But now finally mine's went out and I was like, oh, hell no. Winter is a coming and I'm cussing, okay? Saying the W word or the S word is cussing. And if you don't know what the S word is, it's snow. Don't tell my dad I was cussing, y'all. Anyways. Pawpaw's probably in here. I heard you. Ain't nothing I can do about it now. He'll just call and fuss at me later. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm just like, all right. Sweatpants. Heated blanket. If you really want to go fancy with it, I want a black and white pair of Vans. Either I want all black or I want black and white checkered. Because I have the rainbow Vans. And I literally wear them with everything. And I like them. I've never had Vans before. So I was like, I like them. So now I need a black and white pair because then I can wear those literally with everything. And then after I got the rainbow Vans, I realized that nothing in my wardrobe is colorful. Nothing. The only color in my wardrobe is purple, red, black, gray. That's it. And 90% of my wardrobe is black. Am I goth? Not usually. I like scary things, but I get scared easily. Example. Tell me you love spooky season without telling me you love spooky season. I love Halloween. Halloween's one of my favorite holidays, which is why my wedding is close to Halloween. I purposely did not put my wedding anniversary on Halloween because I didn't want to be one of those people. Like, I like the holiday, but I don't want to share the holiday with my wedding anniversary. Like, no, I'm not one of those people. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you are someone that's you celebrate a wedding anniversary on Halloween, I'm not trying to bash you or anything. Don't take it that way. Me personally, I didn't want my wedding anniversary to be on Halloween. I wanted it to be close. And the way we did it essentially was we started dating July 6th of that year. And then we got engaged July, August, September, October. So we got July, August, September, October. So we got engaged September 26th of that year and then married October 26th of that year. So literally within 3 months of dating, me and Mr. Coffee were married. I don't recommend it, okay? It worked out for us, but dating that quickly, now, before anybody says anything, me and Mr. Coffee were friends for like a year or so. So we did know each other. We didn't start dating. And then we started dating, and then 3 months later, we got married. It was a whole thing. I don't know. I wanted to get married. It was the fun thing to do that day, apparently. Anyways, so I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, all right. I would like this, and I tell him what I want, and he goes, okay, I might be able to get that. See, what you said was the bad word. You said the M word. Might. No, winter is coming, and I need these things. And he goes, well, why do you keep asking for sweatpants? Because they're clothes and they wear out, 1. 2, so I have a variety of sweatpants. And 3, because I like sweatpants and that's what I want. Like, he's like, why can't you just be like normal women and want jewelry? All right, give me some more rings. I love rings. I don't mind bracelets. And I don't mind rings. I have 1 set of earrings that I'm willing to wear, and I never take these out. My dad bought me a pair of rose gold diamond earrings, and I don't ever take them out. So if you ever see me without them, don't ask me about them, because I'll probably fight you. I'll be mad as hell. Y'all know I love rose gold. Anyways. So, ooh, sorry. That was rude. My bad. I'm used to talking to my sister and blowing smoke in her face. So yeah, so it's kind of one of those things where that's essentially what I want for my anniversary. It's also what I usually ask for my birthday, just because it's simple and easy and he doesn't have to go searching for it. Every once in a while he'll find a diamond in the rough, like that moon lamp. Now, one of the things Mr. Coffee does do is he randomly buys me gifts that are shapes of the moon and the sun, because he knows I have an obsession with the moon and the sun. So he bought me that lamp, not for any particular reason, just because he saw it and knew I would like it. So there's that. But yeah, so we're getting our anniversary stuff set up, and we're trying to figure out what we want to do for Halloween. Because we haven't decorated yet. I thought we would decorate by now, but with me and Maggie being down, bills being, needing to be paid and everything, before I go off and buy a bunch of Halloween decorations and costumes and everything else, I needed to get my bills right, because my bills got to be right for me to have fun. Okay, that's my golden rule in my head. Okay, I'm very oriented like that. If my bills aren't paid, I'm not going on vacation. I'm not having any kind of fun. Those bills will get paid first. You gotta learn how to do the hustle. Anyways, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, now that we got the bills straightened out, we got to figure out what the kids want to be for Halloween, because they will be going trick-or-treating this year. They are opening up the town to go trick-or-treating. They, of course, are requiring that you wear a mask. And plus, me and Mr. Coffee are vaccinated. I've already had COVID. Mr. Coffee is Iron Man, apparently. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, Orion, what do you want to be for Halloween? I don't know. Are you too cool to go to Halloween? Because what age do kids become too cool for Halloween? Write that down over in the comments. Minna was about 12, I think. I want to say she was 12 when she stopped going and she just started like hanging out with. Essentially, Minna uses Halloween to just hang out with her gram, which is the reason she's still in Pennsylvania anyway. So I was like, I ain't gonna be mad at that. Plus, like, you need more candy. So I was like, Orion, are you too cool to go trick-or-treating? And he's like, no. I'm like, so what do you want to be for Halloween? He goes, I don't know. I can write on a piece of paper, I don't know, and stick it to your chest. Or you better tell me what you want to be for Halloween, because it's getting closer to Halloween and the costumes are all going to be gone. Maggie goes, I know what I want to be. I'm like, what do you want to be, honey? Can I be Chucky? You are Chucky in real life. And Maggie has discovered who Chucky is. She loves him. He's adorable. She wants a good guy doll. And I'm like, hell no. Nay, nay. Not in this house. Miss Coffee loves spooky things. But I scare easily. And this is where I go back to that story. So the other night, we're laying in bed. Well, actually, the other morning. We were getting up to get ready to go get the kids ready for school and everything. Okay? I don't do ghost. I don't do scary things. I don't like them. I have a fascination with it because I am scared of it. But I don't want it anywhere near me. So I'm sitting there, laying in bed, and the alarms start going off. Now, in my room, Mr. Coffee has his watch alarm that will go off, his cell phone, a sonic alarm, the rolling alarm, our Echo, and then my phone. All these alarms go off every morning at 7 a.m. Monday through Friday is 7 a.m. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, bet. All right, so the alarms go off. I turn my alarm off. He turns off his 4 alarms. He gets up, turns off the rolling alarm before it could go too far, jumps back in bed. When he goes to get back in bed, my phone casts a light on it. Whenever you have it plugged up, there's a light that kind of does like this rainbow effect on the phone. It just kind of moves around your phone. Well, when he went to go get back into bed, sorry, I'm looking at Anais. She looked at me. But, okay, hold on. All right, where was I? So, when he went to go get back in the bed, when he did that, I just happened to open my eyes. And because of the light that cast from my phone, when he leaned over to turn the light off, because he hates that light in the morning. So when he leaned over to turn that light off, I look up and all I see is the shadow of his, of the silhouette of him on the ceiling. I immediately, what the? He's like, oh my God, what? I look at the ceiling, I look at him, I look at the ceiling, I look at him, and I'm like, it's just your shadow. I get up out of bed. That's me for the day. I was legit scared. Like, I legit almost murdered him because I was like, what the hell was that? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, all right, Maggie, what do you want to be for Halloween? She goes, I want to be Chucky. You cannot be Chucky. Chucky's a boy. She goes, you said girls and boys can do anything that they want to do. I did say that. She goes, I want to be Chucky. I'm like, let's find something else. She goes, fine, but if we don't find anything, I get to be Chucky. So if we don't find a costume for Maggie, she'll be Chucky for Halloween. I should have just made her Chucky in the first place. So I'm like, all right, let's look around. Well, then she realizes, or she sees a picture, and she goes, oh, Mommy, look at this one, and all I need is a dress. And I'm like, a dress? Now, Maggie is very much a tomboy, like her mother. She doesn't do dresses. Which, I don't care if she does dresses or not, like, whatever. But, this ferret legit just took a shoe into the tube behind the couch. Sorry, Maggie. Won't be finding that shoe later on. So, I'm like, all right, you want, what is it that you found? Because she had her phone up and she's like searching through costumes. And she's like, I want to be this. What's this? She looks creepy. And I'm like, what is that? And I look at it. Y'all, it's a freaking picture of Wednesday Addams. She wants to be Wednesday Addams for Halloween. And I'm like, that is perfection, okay? That is perfection. We're doing it. You can be Wednesday Addams. So Maggie, as long as she doesn't change her mind again, she will be Wednesday Addams. She wants to be a little girl riding a unicorn, like they have those piggyback costumes that looks like you're piggybacking something. She wants to do that. She wants to do unicorn for school. But when she actually goes trick-or-treating, and I try to get costumes that are universal, so like they can use them again, because spending that much money on a costume for one night, look, listen, I only spent $100 on my wedding dress. I ain't trying to spend a whole bunch of money on something I'm only going to wear once, okay? So I'm like, all right. Sorry, there's something in my eye. So I was like, all right, we can do the Wednesday Addams thing, because you can wear that black dress anytime you want to. Like, it's a black dress. You can, okay. So, we got her covered, but Orion is still in that I don't know stage. I'm like, the other day I asked them, the kids, what they wanted for dinner, and they said they didn't know. So I took a piece of paper and wrote I don't know on it and put it in a pot. And I was like, dinner's ready. And they're like, already? I'm like, yeah, here you go. And he's like, Orion's like, what's this? I'm like, I don't know. What is it? And he looks at the paper. He goes, I don't know. I'm like, there you go. That's what you wanted for dinner. That's what you got. And Maggie's like, yay, I like it. Can I have it with peas? Anyhow. So yeah, so there's all that. And then I had to call the doctor's appointment, or for a doctor's appointment this morning for myself, because I was supposed to go see a new doctor for the cyst on my ovary. So as you guys know, when I had my surgery, they found a cyst, a pretty good sized cyst on my ovaries, and they needed me to go get it checked out. The problem was, I haven't made that type of appointment here in North Dakota since we moved, because again, I don't take care of myself. I take care of everybody else. That's my job. My job isn't to take care of myself. It's to take care of everybody else. And before somebody says something, yes, I know I have to take care of myself. And I do the bare minimum for myself because I'm so busy working and doing everything for everybody else. As a mother, that's what we do. As a parent, that's what we do. So I don't take the best care of myself. So I haven't been to a female doctor, if you know what I mean, since we moved. And shoot, matter of fact, I haven't been to a female doctor since I got my tubes tied, and I don't even remember what year that was. I don't remember what year that was. I know both kids were around, obviously, because I can't get my tubes tied and then have another kid. So it had to have been more than 9 years ago. So I want to say 10 years ago is when I got my tubes tied in August. I remember it was August because it was right after my birthday. So somewhere around there is when I got my tubes tied. So I'm just like, all right, bet. And when I got discharged from the hospital, they gave me paperwork, and they were like, this is what your appointment is. This is when it is, and when you're going to have your appointment, blah, blah, blah. All right, bet. All right. Y'all are going to have to hold on for a second. I have 2 ferrets climbing the back of the couch. Okay, so for those folks that are trying to figure out how to tell them apart, the size difference. The bigger one is Gumball. The nose. If you look on Anaisa's nose, stop biting her. If you look on Anaisa's nose, she has a brown spot on her nose. Gumball doesn't. That's how you can tell them apart. And Gumball's fatter than Anais. So this is Anna. This is Gumball. we're going to let them go play now that they're not scratching my butt. Okay, so you got to see the animals. Daisy is running back and forth because there's doggies outside that are going to the dog park. And she's just like, ooh, look, friends, 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 friends. So, I called the place today because I missed my appointment. Don't fuss at me. Let me explain. My checkup for my surgery was Monday. Well, the gyno appointment was Wednesday, which, as you guys know, I did that 2-hour What You Got Wednesday. I had no clue because I didn't get the doctor's offices here give you a call before your appointment. So 48 to 72 hours before an appointment, they call you to let you know, hey, you have a doctor's appointment coming up. We're confirming that you're still coming, unless you need to reschedule or something. So I didn't get that phone call. And I was just like, oh, okay. So it slipped my mind that I had this appointment until yesterday when I was cooking, and I was like, when is that appointment? Hey, stop scratching my couch. Somebody else wants to come up and say hi. Daisy, come say hi. Oh, girl. Hi. Don't worry, she's not on my stomach. Say hi, Daisy. So you got the Daisy. This is a bark collar. All it does is vibrates before somebody has a conniption fit. All it does is vibrate. Say hi. You got smiles? All right, go play. Go play. All right, hold on a second. All right, animal craziness. I told you this. Welcome to the wild kingdom. So I realized last night when I was making dinner that I missed my appointment, or that I needed to check to see when the appointment was. I found my paperwork and went, oh crap, I missed my appointment on Wednesday. So I called the place, and they of course didn't answer, because by the time I realized it, it was after their business hours. So I was like, crap. So I called them back this morning. Apparently they didn't even have me in their system. They're like, yeah, they made the appointment, must be, but they never called us because we don't have you in our system. So I had to get all my information so that they could put it in their system so that I can make another appointment. So for those folks that are like, Miss Coffee, you're not taking care of yourself. You need to be relaxing. 1, I am relaxing. I've barely left this couch. 2, yeah. I made a doctor's appointment for myself for next week. And I'm glad I had to reschedule it because they had the appointment for later in the afternoon. And I don't do anything past noon. Nothing. Because I will not be late picking up my children from school. So I don't tend to make appointments or anything for myself after noon. So if I needed a doctor's appointment, 8 o'clock or between 8 and 12. If you can't get between 8 and 12, pick another day, or I just won't go. So luckily I was able to make another appointment. So next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have an appointment. So there's that. So yeah, the craziness with all the doctor's appointments right now is just ridiculous. Plus Orion really needs to be seen for his eyes anyways, because he's starting to squint. So I'm just like, He always laughed because everybody else in the house wore glasses and he didn't. And I'm pretty sure this time he's going to get glasses. Yep. And I'm kind of mad because I'm hoping that they can just put new frames in my sunglasses, because I have a pair of Tiffany sunglasses. And I didn't know what Tiffany and Company was until I looked it up. Like, I remember the Audrey Hepburn movie, but which I think was called Breakfast at Tiffany's. But I didn't think it was a real place, and then I realized, oh snap, it's a real thing. So when I got my sunglasses, I just like the colors, and I'm really hoping they either A, have an upgraded version of those frames, or B, that they can put new frames into those glasses. Because my vision was just slightly off because I have a cataract. Yes, at my age, I have a cataract. I had an eye injury when I was little, and I have a cataract. So, sorry, I was counting. But, yeah, so my vision was corrected when I had my stroke. They're not sure how or why it happened, but miraculously, after my stroke, I had to have my eyes examined, and my eyes were fine. Do I think they're fine now? Yeah, I still think they're okay. I haven't felt the need to use glasses, but my sunglasses are prescription. So, I'm hoping that they can either just make them into regular sunglasses, or if I do need a prescription, that they can just fill them in those frames. But Mr. Coffee has what's called a flex card for work, which is where he puts a certain amount of his paycheck onto this card every year, and you have an entire year to use that up in medical expenses. So anytime we have to go to the doctor, the surgery I just had, if there's any co-pays or anything to that, we can use that flex card to pay those bills. And I think every job should offer that, because it helps, especially when you're living paycheck to paycheck and you have prescriptions that you need to get filled and stuff. You can use it for anything at the pharmacy as long as it's medical related. So I'm just like, all right, bet. We use it for co-pays and everything else. Well, because we got the insurance so late in the year, because I don't think we got it until August or something like that, we have to spend so much money or the money just magically disappears. That's the only bad part about it, is you don't get that money back if you don't use it. It doesn't roll over to the next year if you don't use it. It's gone. So we're trying to find a way to use up all that money. And I'm like, that's fine. Boom, doctor's appointments. I didn't have to go to the hospital when I had COVID, so I don't have to worry about doctor's appointments for that. And you can use it for stuff. You can't use it for like past medical bills. So like if you have a medical bill from 2 years ago, you can't use it for that, because then when they do their 3-month audit and they message you to send them the receipts for everything you used it for 3 months, if you show them something that was like a bill from 3 years ago, they'll make you pay for it. They're only paying for recent procedures and doctor's appointments and such. So I'm making all the doctor's appointments that I can now, so that we can use up this card. And at this point, after the I don't even want to see the bill for surgery, because with all the ultrasounds and everything else that they did, look, listen, that flex card about to be maxed out. Okay. So yeah, so it's been a crazy week, and right now we're just getting ready for Halloween, and our anniversary, and Mr. Coffee's birthday. I have to figure out like what exactly we want to do for Mr. Coffee's birthday. For our anniversary, we're going to do, because our anniversary is on like a Tuesday. And so I think what we're going to do is, I think we might do I might do another Q&A with Mr. Coffee. And that's the thing. Let's talk about the channel here for a little bit, because we're about an hour in. So I could probably spend another half hour talking about the channel, and then I can let you guys go and live your lives, because it's rough out here in these crafty streets. So I'm going to go as long as this goes, because I want to see how long my camera will record. It'll just be a snap for you, but for me it'll be a little bit, because it'll shut off and I'll have to turn it back on. So we're going to see how long it lasts. But, what was I saying? Oh, I might do a Q&A with Mr. Coffee for the channel for our anniversary, because it is on a Tuesday. And the thing is, right now, I don't want to diamond paint. I don't feel like it. All I really want to do is draw. My passion for crafting shifts like everybody else's. And though I have a channel that's primarily diamond painting, I do get bored with diamond painting. And I just don't want to do it. I know I'm quick at it, I'm good at it and all that fun stuff, but just because you have a big penis and you're good at porn doesn't mean you have to do porn. So like I'm pretty bored with diamond painting at the moment, like. And after the surgery and everything, I was thinking about like what I want to do for the channel and stuff. I don't want to stop unboxing kits, and I don't want to stop altogether diamond painting. I just don't want to have to feel obligated to do it all the time. And I know most of y'all are here for the stories anyway. Y'all hear about what these kids are doing this week. So I'm pretty sure most people won't care. But if I tell people, you know, I'm not going to be diamond painting as much, you're not going to see me diamond painting as much. Right now, it's just because I realized on Wednesday, when I did What You Got Wednesday, long periods of time sitting up like that still bothers my stomach. Where I've healed to the point where I can move around without pain, sitting upright for more than 30 minutes irritates my belly button, and my belly button starts to get like this dull pain in it. So I'm trying not to sit at my desk right now. Not sitting at my desk is making me not want to diamond paint. I've been crocheting because I have a tester pattern, But literally, y'all, I'm not even joking. You ever want to do something and that's all you want to do? That's what's happening to me. And this happened, the same thing happens to me with crochet. And as you can see, I still crochet. Doesn't mean I don't want to ever do it again. It just means right now my passion isn't right there. And that's okay. And a lot of people feel bad because they have stashes and they lose their passion for it. And this isn't me losing my mojo for it. This is just me wanting to shift gears. I don't want to diamond paint. And I want to be okay saying that I don't want to diamond paint and not fear that half my channel is going to leave me. I know you guys aren't going anywhere. The real ones aren't going anywhere. The people that are here just for diamond painting, you can still stay. I'm not going to stop unboxing kits and stuff like that. But I am going to slow down where you probably won't see me diamond paint. You might see an unboxing here or there. You won't see me diamond paint. And then when I do unboxings, more than likely I'll do a giveaway in that video to get rid of that unboxing that I did. Especially if I'm just doing something for, if I'm doing something for PR, or if I buy a kit because somebody asked me to check out a company, no problem doing it. More than likely though, I'll end up giving the kits away. So this channel will turn into like, you guys will still get whipping chats. I do really like doing the ones from the couch because I feel like it's more kind of personal. Sorry, that was FedEx. They were calling to let me know what happened to my DIY Moonshot kit that should have been here a week ago. Anyways, so it's not that I don't want to diamond paint anymore. It's just that right now I'm not in the mood. It's getting to be colder outside, so I want to start crocheting more. And of course, because it's colder outside, crocheting more is, crochet for me is a winter type deal. I do crochet more in the, oh, that's messed up. I do crochet more in the winter than I do in the summers or spring. So like, I want to do more crocheting on the channel. Like somebody came up with a great idea for me to do a crochet along where I pick a pattern and we do a corner to corner graph gan, which is essentially where you take a little image, pixelate it, and then turn it into a blanket. And so I was like, that's actually not a bad idea. So if you're someone who likes to crochet or wants to learn how to crochet, it's going to be happening. But I just don't want people to be like, you know, Miss Coffee's never going to diamond paint again. She has that huge stash and she's not going to be diamond painting anymore. I am still going to be diamond painting. Just right now, I don't feel like diamond painting. So, yeah. Okay, I went wrong somewhere here because there's two of these. There shouldn't be two of these. So there's this one. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my mistake here. There we go. So I want to start crocheting more. And like I said, I will be having a drawing channel. I just have to think of a drawing name for myself. Or something clever for a title for the channel. Because I want to do, like, instead of doing my adult coloring and stuff on this channel, I would do it on that channel. Like all my coloring tutorials and stuff like that. Not that I'm anywhere near like Coloring with Claire or Shailene or Anxiety Art Adventures. Nowhere near that profesh. Shush, Anxiety Art Adventures. I know you in the chat fussing. No, not that I'm anywhere near their level of profession. But my sister said something about too plain. I don't know what she's talking about. But I want to take all that type of crafting and my sister's bugging me about a desk. Anyways, but I want to take all that type of stuff and take it to the drawing channel. And then have a separate channel for that. Because YouTube really doesn't like it when you have more than one thing going on in your channel. Like, your main niche needs to be your main niche. And on this channel, my main niche is diamond painting. So I will still be doing unboxings. I will still do whipping chats. I will still do lives. Might not be every week, but I will still do lives. So I might, because the way I was thinking about setting things up was, I do my whipping chats, which are my normal whipping chats. Because I am going to be cutting back on the amount of videos I'm putting up. I feel like I'm putting up too much videos. Like, I feel like I'm force feeding you guys so many videos. I need to bring that back a little bit. So I'm changing the dynamic of the channel. But for the most part, the content will stay the same. You will still get unboxings. You will still get sneak peeks as long as the companies are willing to let me do that still. You will still get, you know, random videos here and there, but like coloring and drawing and stuff, I plan on having on a separate channel. Gumball, will you leave that fan alone? I plan on having that stuff on a separate channel just because it makes it easier for YouTube. So I'll have a second channel started, but I'm not going to start it until the beginning of next year. If any of you are interested, you will just have to like catch me towards the end of this year when I start to set it up. But for right now, I want to keep this channel. I want to start like slowing down on this channel, because realizing like just this week alone, if I would have put up a video every day, that would have been over 8 hours worth of content. And not a whole lot of people have 8 hours to sit and watch one creator. So I want to pull back a little bit. I don't want to post 6 days a week anymore. It's a lot, especially with the kids getting older and them needing more attention, and the animals and the ferrets need a lot of attention, and you got to watch them because they're constantly stealing your stuff. I need to reel it in, bring it back a little bit. So I am going to essentially be just slowing down on videos. Like I said, you'll still get your whipping chats. What you got Wednesday? You guys will have to let me know what you think about this idea in the comment section, okay? What I want to do for What You Got Wednesday, because I did get a couple of messages, and when I say a couple, I mean like 8, from subscribers that were excited at the length of What You Got Wednesday this week. I like the length of What You Got Wednesday this week, because then it's not like a 20-minute video and all that. I tend to like longer videos because I ramble and I chit chat a lot. So like I like longer videos. So somebody was asking me, could I do more What You Got Wednesdays that way, where you're getting a longer What You Got Wednesday instead of having one every week, do one every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. And so I thought that was a great idea. So every other week you'll have a What You Got Wednesdays. That way they're a little bit longer, and it also helps because with the mail being slowed down and everything, it'll help for it'll help with when people want to send me stuff that they want me to show. Now, I will ask that if you want me to show something on What You Got Wednesday, please ask me. Don't take advantage of me and just send me out stuff, because that's kind of rude, and I need to know what I'm expecting. So, like, just be like, hey, Miss Coffee, is it all right if I send you stuff? Most people are good at it, and some people are not. They'll just send me stuff without telling me. Please let me know if you want to send something to Miss Coffee. Not if you're a regular subscriber, but if you're an Etsy business, let me know, because I need time to go to your shop to find it first, because Etsy is a whole cluster mess of shops. So I need to be able to find it, look at what your inventory and stuff is, get an idea of what you're selling before I open up a box and have to pause a video because I can't, like, I don't know what your business is. Like, some people sell 3D items. All right. But then some people also sell 3D items. They also sell pins. They also sell wax. I don't know this if you just send me stuff and go, well, she'll open it on What You Got Wednesday. Don't do that. From now on, I won't be opening it if you don't tell me you're sending it. And you don't even have to tell me what you're sending. Just make sure I know that you're sending something. Hey, Miss Coffee, I would like to send you this. All right, bet. But if you just send it from now on, I'm not going to open it because I feel like I'm unprepared. I can't really do my due diligence as a creator if I don't know anything about your shop. And then I have to pause my video, take 20 minutes out of my day to go research it, and then come back and explain what your shop's about. So I'm just, yeah. So that's essentially the route that I want to go with the channel for right now, because it just, I don't want to keep force feeding you all these super long videos that you can't get through. And also, when you don't watch a video the whole way through, YouTube kind of sees that as, oh, well, her content is okay, but they don't want to watch the full thing. So that's also can hurt your recommended. So I'm just like, okay, that could be why I'm not being recommended if people aren't watching the full video. And I do certain things in videos to see how long people will watch it. And your analytics will also tell you how long people watch it. A lot of the times, say, okay, if you're a creator and you don't know this, a lot of the times if you put up a video, which I will put up a video that's 2 hours long and have people 5 minutes after I put the video up, go, oh, thanks, great video. Thank you for not watching said video. But if you put up a video that's, say, 16 minutes long, and it tells you that your average watch time is 8 minutes, people are watching you in double speed. So don't think they're not watching your video. Which I usually tell people, watch it in double speed. Yes, we still get credit for that. But, sorry, there's something stuck to the side of my finger. we still get credit for that, but you at least are watching it the full way through. Now, if you watch it and then come back to it, that's fine. But like YouTube doesn't like it when people only watch part of the video because they think, oh, like if you skip through the video. One, again, I'll keep saying this. This is a hill I'm ready to die on. If you're not willing to watch a full video and you skip around to see what the kit is and how many colors it has, and then you want to ask a question, that voids you're asking a question from Miss Coffee. And if I can tell that you did that, which is, it's usually easy to tell. No, you go sit down somewhere with that. So yeah, don't ask me questions if you couldn't watch the full video, because more than likely your question was answered in the video. So if you ask a question and I don't answer it, that's because I know you didn't watch the video or pay close enough attention, and the answer is in the video. So, but yeah, I want to slow down where I'm doing maybe 3 to 4 videos a week on this channel. And so it's not like I'm disappearing. It's not like I'm going away. It's not like you guys will never see me again. I just need to slow it down. And just like with the What You Got Wednesdays going to every 2 weeks instead of every week. That also opens up an extra day in case I have something that surprises comes in. And I'm just like, oh, okay, I can open this. It gives me an extra day every other week to, you know, have a surprise video go up. And I might have more videos go up in 1 week than I do another week. At this point, it's just making sure you guys know that I'm still here. I didn't forget about you. And I'm still going to be putting up content. But when it comes to diamond painting right now, you probably won't see me diamond paint. You probably weren't going to be seeing me diamond paint for a while anyways, because I can't sit at my desk. And I don't want to drag all my diamond painting stuff out here into because essentially this is Mr. Coffee's section of the house. This is his area. And I don't want to flood his area with my stuff, because right now I already have, because of being like couch written to I essentially don't do much off the couch. So yeah. So I don't want to move my diamond painting stuff out here, and I don't want to appease everybody by, you know, oh, well, Miss Coffee, did you finish this kit? Nope. Did I finish Black Girl Magic? Nope. Is she still sitting back there on my desk? Yep. Is she still sitting back there from 2 weeks ago from when I started her, thinking that I was going to spend that Saturday and Sunday finishing her and I never got to it? Yep. And she will sit there until I'm ready to go back there and diamond paint. But for right now, no. If nothing else, remember this. Never force yourself to do a craft. The moment you force yourself to do a craft because of peer pressure or whatever, that's when it becomes a job. I don't want this to become a job. I want this to stay a hobby. And right now, my hobby is turning into other hobbies. Like, I want to crochet more. I want to draw more. I want to do all this extra stuff. And you don't have to follow me to the drawing channel. If you're not interested in drawing or adult coloring, again, this channel isn't going anywhere. I'm not deleting it. I'm not putting it on private. I'm not, you know, hiding it. It will still be up. You can still watch all the videos and everything else on it. But this will be strictly for, like, my Cricut crafts, diamond painting, random other crafts that I find. Like, paper quilling. You guys will get a paper quilling video unboxing next week. So there's that. So yeah, like, I have a different route that I want to take this channel. And I think it's time for me to switch some things up, because I feel like I'm getting stale. And I don't want to get stale. So I'm going to switch some things up and see how that goes. If I like it, then we'll keep it. If it does good with you guys, we'll keep it. Because then not only is me slowing down helping you be able to actually watch and keep up with my videos, it's also helping other creators that make content that are like, you know, maybe you didn't have time to watch it because Miss Coffee just put up a 2-hour What You Got Wednesday. So it also gives you time to discover other creators and everything else, or even go watch older videos that you might have missed. I think it's Kim's New Groove. She's gone back and started watching my older videos, which is hilarious to watch those older videos pop up. And I'm just like, oh my God. Like, there's a video on my channel where I mentioned in the video that I don't want to get to a point where I have a stash of diamond paintings. And that I was only going to buy kits whenever I finished a kit. That's the biggest lie we tell ourselves. And it's not like I'm not going to still be buying kits and to do unboxings and stuff. I still will be buying kits and stuff. I don't want to be putting up so many videos. I don't feel it's necessary to put up 6 videos a week. especially right now, because with the healing process, and I don't see the surgery I had as being major surgery as much as people want to yell it at me. Miss Coffee, you just had major surgery. I don't feel like it's major surgery. And then I said that to Mr. Coffee last night, and he's like, they took one of your organs out. That's major. I'm like, it didn't feel major. Like, it didn't feel major. Like, everybody's like, Miss Coffee, I hope you're okay. I am fine. I've been fine since last week. Right now, the only issue I'm having is that I can't sit up straight because of the way my belly button is. And that surgery is what's preventing me from being able to sit properly in a chair. So that's why I sit on the couch, because I can lean back. And even right now, I love doing the premieres. Why? Because I can sit, talk with you guys. You guys get to see my facial expressions. I can still craft. Like, for those folks that are like, Miss Coffee, how do you craft with those nails on? Look, listen. Where there's a will, there's a mother chicken way, okay? I'm still going to be making cups and tumblers and stuff for you guys. There just might be more merch in there. Like, you might get to see some of my artwork up in my Etsy shop now, instead of just being tumblers and mugs and stuff. Whatever I do, Miss Coffee will not go away. Like, I'm like a roach. You'll never get rid of me. And so whatever name I choose for my drawing channel will have Miss Coffee in it, because I've been Miss Coffee for the last 20 plus years, and that's not going to change. So yeah, I know that might upset some people, but I have to do what's best for me, and you being upset, I don't see you making these videos, so like, you're just going to have to be upset. Like, we'll all cope, okay? And again, like I said, I'm not going anywhere. I'll still be here to answer any questions you guys have. I still will be answering all of my comments, because you guys know I'm quick on the draw with my comments. So it's not like I'm abandoning you or anything. I'll still be here. Just, you won't get as many videos. And you'll still get the whip and chat, so you'll get to still hear about what these goddamn kids are doing. And you'll still get unboxings, because I love doing unboxings. You won't see me diamond painting as much. Literally, that's the only change. And I might not have finishes as quickly as I normally do, because I just don't want to. It's getting colder, and there's so many cool new crochet items I've seen that I want to make, and talking to some designers to see if I can do some stuff on the channel with my crocheting. And so yeah, like, there's that. So you guys will, of course, be chit-chatting with me in the comment section about what you guys think about this. So, yeah. But other than that, everything's going great at the house here. Like I said, we're getting ready for Halloween, starting to shop for Christmas. At this point, she got vibrated. Daisy hates vibrations, which is why we chose that collar, because it doesn't shock her. It literally just vibrates that part of her neck to make her stop. And it doesn't stop until she stops. So if that little bark that she did, as soon as she did that, it went, and it buzzed her until it stopped. And it only buzzed it for like 3 seconds. She's fine. But yeah, so we're getting ready for Christmas and everything else. And lately, like, we've been trying to figure out what to do for Orion. Because Orion loves the ferrets. But he, of course, is still obsessed with cats. So I was like, what the hell do we get him that's cat-related? Like, you know how hard it is to find stuff cat-related? Well, we decided one of Orion's big favorite things right now is Mad Libs. He's had because I've been stuck on the couch, we've been Mad Libbing the hell out of everything. We did 2 full Mad Lib books that he's gotten from subscribers in the last 2 weeks. Because I'm stuck on the couch. What else am I going to do? So, I can't believe it's at 1 hour and 22 minutes and it still hasn't shut me off. Anyways, it'll probably shut off any second now. But, hi, Killian. Oh, I turned the light on. And there's a ferret behind. Killian, there's a ferret behind you. Boop. Oh, look at that. You got to see where fun never ends. That's a family photo over there. If you remember when I first started my channel, that was the family photo I showed you guys. We need to take another one. But we got to get back to Pennsylvania so we can grab Minna. Hi, Killian. Killian likes what I'm making. He doesn't know what it is, obviously, because he's a dog. But Killian likes my yarn. Do the ferrets like the yarn? Yes, they will try to steal yarn balls. So I have to make sure I keep an eye on it, which is why I kept having to pause, because the ferrets kept trying to take my yarn balls. So yeah, so we're getting ready for Christmas, so we decided that we're going to try to find some more Mad Libs for Orion for Christmas. And for the most part, the kids are getting clothes for Christmas. They don't need any more toys. They have enough toys. Like, Maggie couldn't get any more toys if she tried. Like, She doesn't need any more toys. Plus, she spends most of her day outside playing with her friends on her bike, running around the streets. Like, I'm like, I don't want to buy them any more toys. They have hoverboards, they have bikes, they have scooters, they have helmets and elbow pads and knee pads, they have skates, and they don't nearly need any toys. So this is going to be the year of clothing. So like Christmas is going to be hella warm this year. They're going to get all types of clothes for Christmas because I don't want to buy any more toys in this house. And so the toys that they do have, we're going to go through and donate the gently used toys. And then it'll just be a donation of toys and clothes this year. And then they'll get clothes for Christmas because really they don't need any more toys. Like they really don't. So we're going to buy Orion some Mad Lib stuff. And Maggie will more than likely get whatever that book was that she got for What You Got Wednesday. I want to say it was from Erica. But I didn't know what it was at first. But apparently you paint in the book. So you take the paintbrush, you wet it, and you paint in the book. And the colors show up. I was like, say what? That is the coolest thing ever. Because, one, she doesn't have to use my markers, or my color pencils, or my crayons. And two, sorry, there's too many fingers. Two, all she needs is a little bit of water on the paintbrush. Bam. Bam. Artiste. Plus, Maggie says about wanting to go try ballet this year. And so now I'm having to look into ballet classes for her. And I'm like, hopefully this does better than gymnastics. Because she wanted to do gymnastics when we lived in Pennsylvania. So I signed her up for gymnastics class. Yeah, that lasted all of 20 minutes until she noticed that Orion was doing something that involved physical contact and beating people up. And then that's what she wanted to do. So she kind of like sidelined, learned how to do judo. But yeah. Oh, so before we go, I'm going to tell you the story of the dog park, because I've had 2 incidences at the dog park this week, and they've been horrendous. So the first one was yesterday. Yesterday, sitting here minding my own goddamn crafty business, and when I drop off Maggie at school, Maggie's school is exactly 2 minutes and 37 seconds away from my house. Like, it's not far at all. So I drop her off in the morning, come back, and I take the dogs out. Well, I went to go take the dogs out yesterday, and we're walking towards the dog park, which of course is just a couple feet from the house. Gumball, psst, leave that alone. Oh, that's Anna. Sorry, Anna. She sits down. Sometimes she looks chubby. But it's only a few minutes from the house. So we start walking, and right in front of us, as we're walking, something just jets by, and I was like, "What the hell was that?" Didn't think anything of it. Just kept walking because we're pretty much closer to the dog park. Well, whatever it was stopped and looked back, and I looked over. It was the lady. Y'all remember the German Shepherd lady? It was her dog. He had gotten loose again. Except for this time he was loose outside and not just in her building. So I was like, oh, shh. So I dropped the leashes. And the reason I dropped the leashes is because my dogs, if your dog's on a chain and you're pulling them, you're actually exciting their brain and keeping them in that frantic state of like where they want to attack something. So I release their leashes and start running. If I run, my dogs know you better run because something's chasing me. I start running. They start chasing me. Well, it was me, Killian, Daisy. Daisy was the last dog, and the German Shepherd comes up and tries to like bite Daisy. She gets into it with that German Shepherd as me and Killian get into the dog park. I whistle and tell her to come, and she stops what she's doing. She kind of like nudges the dog, and there's like a little slight hill. So she nudges the dog down this hill, and then she bolts for the dog park, and I let her in the gate, and I close the gate. The dog then starts jumping up at the gate, to which I let my dogs in the big area of the dog park, because the dog park where I live there's a gigantic area with grass that's fenced off, and then there's a little slab of concrete right before you get in, like the meeting area. We're in the meeting area, so I let them into the dog park, and that dog starts circling the dog park and wouldn't let me out. And it's barking and jumping up at the fence at the dogs, and my dogs are jumping and biting at the dog, and they're biting at each other. And then finally, the cat, the stray cat, it sees the stray cat and starts going after the stray cat. Well, the stray cat is straight up gangsta. You don't want this smoke. Went up and started, like, the cat literally, I'm not even joking, y'all, the cat was boxing this dog. And I'm laughing because the dog is crying and starts to run away, and the cat chases it. This is how you know you have a gangsta outside cat. I've never seen anything so funny as this cat go, it went pap, 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 And then the dog was like, "Arr, arr, arr," and it turned around and started hauling tail. And the cat was like, "Oh no, I ain't done with you." And it took off after the dog. And I was just like, oh my God. I got stuck in that dog park for 15 minutes, okay? I was mad as hell. The sad part is the leasing lady that we had no longer is here. So I couldn't even go bother and tell her what happened, okay? All right, last story. This morning. This morning I go to the dog park. Now yesterday when I went to try to go to the dog park, the first time I tried to go before the whole dog incident, there was a guy in there with his dog. And I usually just sit on my porch and wait for them. But this time I was like, okay, well, I need to go get the ferret some food. So I'll just get the ferret's food and come back and he should be done. Right as he was leaving is when I decided to come out. Well, this morning I beat this gentleman into the dog park. And so he comes up. Now, my daddy ain't raised no fool, okay? I live around a bunch of burly oil-filled men. And I'm not a small woman, but I still don't like being unprotected when I'm outside, especially when Mr. Coffee's not home. So, oh. Sorry, I almost had another mess up. So I was like, okay. So before I left PA, my dad got me this flashlight taser. And I keep it in my pocket when I walk the dogs in the morning, in the afternoon, and at night. I always keep it in my pocket whenever I leave the house, especially when I'm walking or something. Because I don't live far from the dog park, but I want to stay safe. Anyways, so I'm in the dog park with my dogs. We just get in there, and the guy walks up, and he's like standing like 2 feet away from the dog park with his dogs. Which, of course, my dogs see his dogs and start barking. He has 2 pit bulls. Now, I'm not scared of dogs. I ain't messing with nobody else's dog, but I'm not scared of dogs. So I see him, like, and his dogs, and the guy's just standing there, like, dead staring at nothing, just. I'm like, what the fuck is this, bro? I'm like, what the hell is this? He then starts walking up towards where I'm at, okay? He gets about 6 feet away from me. He's, like, not even looking at, he's looking like this, and he's like, hello. Hi. Like, in my brain, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, am I in the Twilight Zone? Like, did he actually say hi to me? Or am I just, whatever? And so, I'm sitting there and I'm like, hi. Meanwhile, I look at his dogs to see if they're, like, vicious. Like, to see if they're, like, trying to get to my dogs. His dogs were so scared, the one peed on itself and was trying to get away from him. And I was like, oh, they must be puppies. He says nothing. He then takes another 2 steps toward me. At this point, I'm getting uncomfortable. Don't walk up on me and not say nothing. And he's not looking at me. He's not making eye contact with me. And when I talk to you, I like to make eye contact. Okay, I'm that creepy person. I want to make eye contact. Well, home dude wasn't staring. He wasn't looking at me. Okay, he wasn't looking at me. And I was just like, well what? Well, what is he doing? And he's just slowly taking steps closer and closer to me, where I'm at in the concrete slab of the dog park. And I'm like, okay. So I pull the flashlight out of my pocket and I push the zapper once to make the thing go zzz. When you have a taser, it makes that zzz sound when you press the button. He immediately snaps his neck, looks at that, backs up, and goes towards the other end of the dog park. And I'm like, what is your grand plan here? What are you doing? Like, I had no clue what he was doing. That's what was scaring me, because he kept walking closer to me, but not saying anything or looking at me. All right, like, are you trying to be intimidating? And he's a big guy. I'm like, are you trying to be intimidating? Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you walking up on me like this? Don't walk up on me. Like, do not walk up on me and not look at me or talk to me, okay? So I pressed the taser a good time. He starts walking away. Well, then the one dog had gotten so scared because Killian kept, like, trying to talk to it, that it got loose out of its leash and ran off. Now, this is a big hoss. He ain't running. And the dog essentially just ran back to its building. And I was just like, oh, poor doggy. Like, I would have petted the doggy. And the dogs weren't viciously barking at them. Daisy wasn't even barking. She was just like, her tail was just going. I thought it was going to fall off her ass. She's just, my dogs love other dogs. They're not vicious dogs. They just seem to be portrayed as vicious because they're so big. That's not my problem. I bought a dog. When I bought it, it wasn't that big. It got that big. It's like Clifford the Big Red Dog. All the love made it that big. That's the Daisy snoot that you're seeing. Because she's never too far away from mommy. So yeah, so that was our instances at the dog park. Now, this is the part of the video where you guys get to see maybe a couple of videos of the dogs, or I get to talk to the kids or something. I'll add some extra stuff in for you guys so that we can say goodbye. But I gotta get going. I've been on here for an hour and 34 minutes, and surprisingly, my camera didn't shut off. Look at that. So with that said, folks, I hope you all are doing well. Like I said, everybody in the house is doing great. Recovery is going perfectly fine. I still am getting super tired, which is why I ended up taking that extra day Thursday, which I am so grateful for that extra day. I did nothing, and it was glorious. But I just want to say thank you to everyone for being here on the channel. I really appreciate you. And like I said, even though I'm slowing down the content will stay the same. You will still get whipping chats. You will still get unboxings. You will still get, you know, crafting. You just might not see me diamond painting just as of yet. Just give me some more time, and eventually I'm pretty sure I'll start diamond painting again. Even if I don't do it on camera, I will be doing it behind the scenes, which I have been doing it behind the scenes. Just I can't do it for a long period of time because I'm still getting super tired. That's the only other effect of the surgeries that I'm noticing, is that I don't have as much stamina as I used to. And that's just because I'm still healing. So yeah, like, thank you, Mini Diamond Girl, for the tube. It's their favorite thing. Yeah. So, but with that said, folks, hold on here. We'll let you see the doggos. Let's see if I can grab my. Hi, doggos. Daisy. Yeah. Anyways, I gotta get out of here, folks. Again, thank you all for being here. I do really appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you're all doing well, and we will see you guys in next week's videos. Have a happy and safe weekend, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.
Like that with an opening on each end, so you have one fur with his little feet hanging out the back, and the other one with his head sticking out front, so it looks like the world's longest fur.